Without further ado, Alex, have you ever heard of the Great Filter?
Yes.
In other words, no.
No.
So, I watched a couple YouTube videos and read a few scholarly articles. And basically, what this thing boils down to is determining whether or not humankind is going to go extinct.
What? The answer is yes, but I don't know when.
Yeah, so the the premise is determining when it's gonna go extinct.
I mean, in a billion years, the sun will explode, so
I know,
it's
but
gonna
as
happen eventually, one way or the other.
yeah, but it has nothing to do with the sun necessarily. So what
Hmm.
this great filter is necessary, not necessarily, but it's like this event, right? That all quote unquote living things um kind of go through when evolving. So I just the reason I'm talking about this and like brought this up to you is because we talked a little bit about extraterrestrial life and
Hmm.
stuff like that last episode.
All right.
So right now, I'm thinking, okay, let's imagine we're the only species alive in the planet, universe,
Okay.
um,
Well, we're not
which
the
would
only species, but okay. Only intellectual species.
we'll say the living things on Earth are the only living
Okay.
things
All
on the
right. So
planet.
Earth is the only place where life exists.
Yes, exactly. So that'd be good thing and a really bad thing
Why?
also. I would say a good thing in terms of the great filter, a bad thing in terms of I guess loneliness for all of us.
It's okay. I have you with me. And the beautiful people listening have us, so we're
Yes, this
never
is true.
alone.
Okay. So the great filter is like I said before, an event that occurs that essentially it either allows all life to kind of filter through or it doesn't allow any life to filter through. So it doesn't necessarily depend on what exactly the event is. Rather, it's how the intelligent life, quote unquote, surpasses that filter. For instance, you know how when you're filtering coffee, you have this paper, right?
Right.
And it kind of filters.
Yeah, I know how
Every,
it works.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
exactly. So imagine that, except for human existence
Okay.
or any type of intelligent life existence, right? So what the great filter means is this one barrier or roadblock in the evolution of an intelligent species that essentially kind of prohibits it, or you could say it's like leveling up, right? It like prohibits people from leveling up or prohibits things from leveling up. They can't get to the next part of evolution.
Well, humans aren't like there is not really much left for human evolution.
Oh, I beg to differ.
How do we evolve from where we are?
I'd
Technology does
say
not count. If we turn into robots, that's not evolution. That's, if anything, it's giving up. We're no longer. I feel evolution is more of a nature. So the second you integrate technology, while to a certain extent we are evolving, as in we're getting more improved, we are kind of like augmenting ourselves. We're not really like
yeah,
adapting. We're just kind of upgrading.
yeah.
That's cheating.
It's not cheating.
I call it cheating.
Well, we invented technology, right?
Yeah,
Digitization
yeah,
or digitalization,
but it's only
whatever.
used to comfort us, or yeah, comfort is the word, because like everything we use technology for is just to make our lives easier.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
It's not. We don't need, quote unquote, we don't need technology, but it helps.
No, it does. So, do you understand what the great filter is at least?
I understand the concept, but I don't get what it is.
So,
Is it a thing or just
it's yeah,
the?
that's the idea is it's not necessarily a certain thing.
It's just that
It can be
moment where humanity is put to a task, and that decides whether we evolve or not.
not necessarily a task. It's more so just like a point in time in which like a living species is
Superior to us.
No. It's like a point in time that they are faced with a big obstacle that they have to overcome, and that obstacle is kind of the determinant on whether this life is intelligent enough to progress and evolve.
Okay, it's going to be
By
nuclear
any and all
war,
means.
and the task is, can you survive massive radiation? Answer: no, we're all dead.
I don't know. I don't know about that. So,
Well, what else is going to stop us? Who can stop us other than ourselves?
other life that already exists, if
Where,
possible.
where are they? Show yourself.
I don't know.
They're all cowards.
I don't know.
They can't. They don't want to face us. They don't want to mess with us.
Yeah,
They
it's
know we would destroy them all.
Yeah, yeah, all human beings in our might. But no, so here are the two possibilities. One is the Great Filter is behind us and we've already passed it, and somehow we are the only intelligent life in the universe, which would be good because that means that we're not at risk for some crazy extinction event.
But this is silly, because how do you know we're the only one? You can never know.
Exactly.
So this is a silly
So
notion.
the other option is the Great Filter is behind. Bleh,
It's coming.
it's ahead of us. Yeah.
So we're gonna die, and someone else is gonna take our place.
Yeah. So there's this YouTube channel, and I watched this video about it where they said that, let's say the Great Filter is behind us.
Hmm.
We've already passed it. We are in uncharted territory as a living, breathing, intelligent life form. Then that's great. It's also lonely, like I said before, because we're the only ones that have managed to get this far. We've created technology. We've ventured off of our planet, cured some diseases, although some still withstanding to this day. And yeah, we've done a lot of stuff, and also a lot of bad stuff at the same time. But the point is, that would be good so that we are not at risk for extinction. The other hand is, if we are to ever like venture out into space and find remains of other civilizations of intelligent life, then that would mean the Great Filter is most likely ahead of us, and that's a real big concern of mine.
What, you think we're gonna fight aliens?
It could be another species that could be that filter. So like I said, this filter, it doesn't have to be a thing or a task. It can be like anything in the universe. Like it could even be technology itself. Like we invent technology and some way, somehow create an AI that it destroys us, or a superbug that
It's
makes
called-
everybody ill.
It's called a nuclear bomb, Pete. We've
Nuclear bomb.
already invented it.
I don't know,
by
man.
the hundreds.
I don't know if nuclear warfare is really it.
Why not? We have like enough. The whole world, the amount of nuclear arms we have is enough to like blow the world up 100 times over.
Well, because in the 1960s, or no, in the 1940s, before this nuclear bomb was invented, the machine gun was the next greatest, biggest war machine.
Yeah.
Right. And so if we were filming this podcast in the 1940s, you'd be saying that, except about the machine gun.
No, because we improved upon both the machine gun and the nuclear bomb, so our technology now is even worse than it was back then. So we can back then when you used the nuclear bomb, it like destroyed a city. Now if you use a nuclear bomb, it's going to destroy like 1/5 of a state.
Probably destroy a whole state.
Depends on the state. I mean, Rhode Island's not that big, but
Rhode Island's like a colony, man. The grand old state of Rhode Island. I apologize to any of our Rhode Island listeners.
they
I don't
know
think we have any.
I think what is it? Which is the smallest, Rhode Island or Hawaii?
I think Rhode Island.
Rhode Island.
I think Rhode Island is the size of Oahu. Is that Hawaii's biggest?
Oahu.
I have no
I don't
idea.
know. I know Maui.
I hope I didn't mess that up. Is it Maui?
No,
Wow.
Maui is one of the islands. I don't know the others.
I
I
don't
do,
know
but
my
I forgot
Hawaiian
them.
islands.
Anyway, well, we're both wrong because it's the District of Columbia. Anyway,
Mm-hmm. 51st state, right?
51st state.
So I'm wondering what this Great Filter could or couldn't be.